Hey everybody, Tim and Julie here for the last Batman Beyond video. This is it. Like, there's nothing after this. We're done. It's the crossovers. I guess crossovers part 2. We'll start with, we did 3 episodes of Static Shock. Now, I'm not a huge Static Shock fan. I watched it a little bit growing up. Jordan loves Static Shock. So a little disappointed he wasn't here to watch it. The first episode, well, so we did 3 episodes of that. So the first episode is just Static with, or no, it's the Joker teaming up with some of Static's, like, other villains from the series. And then, so since the Joker's with them, Static has to team up with Batman and a slightly older Tim Drake than what we've seen before. So the episodes, it's like season 2, episode 1, The Big Leagues. So what'd you think of that one?
I don't know. I just couldn't get into them. They were okay, but I just
not a Static fan. So I mean, we'll probably bust right through those pretty quick then. So season 2, episode 1, Big Leagues. Season 3, episode 1, Hard as Nails, where once again a Static villain, Nails, go figure, teams up with Harley and Ivy. We also see Commissioner Gordon and Alfred shows up in this one. But this is the first episode where, like, Batman acknowledges that Static is Virgil, and Virgil now knows that Batman is Bruce Wayne. So they're kind of trusting each other now. So what do you think of this one? Same thing?
This one was a little better. Seeing Ivy and yeah, it was better.
Yeah. And then the third and final episode for the Static Shock crossovers, Future Shock. So we got season 2, episode 1, season 3, episode 1, season 4, episode 1, Future Shock. So Static, Virgil, accidentally gets flung into the future, and now it is a Batman Beyond crossover. So that's why we have to watch these 3 in order. Because now we see Static in the future. We see the return of Cobra that we saw in Batman Beyond, the series. It seems like every episode of season 3 was Cobra. We see them. We see the older Bruce, and then Static just trying to blend in with teenage Terry McGinnis. So what did you think of the return of Terry and Static being in the future? Julie is not having Static Shock. She's not digging it.
I don't know. I think I was sleeping. I don't know. Just, was that the one where they? No, that wasn't it. Never mind. That was Justice League. Yeah, I don't know. It just wasn't.
Couldn't get into it.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Static Shock for you. Like I said, I mean, Jordan's like all about it.
Mm-hmm.
This one, for me, Future Shock specifically was a good setup for the next episode we're going to talk about, which is Justice League Unlimited. It was actually a 2-parter, which is one of the reasons I really kind of liked it. Once and Future Thing, Part 1, Part 2. So Part 1 is Batman, Wonder Woman, and the Green Lantern going back in time.
Way back
To the Old West, where we see Jonah Hex. And we've seen Jonah Hex before in the Batman animated series. So it was kind of fun to see that one again. And then after they're done in the Old West, boom, they go to the future, which once again, it becomes a Batman Beyond crossover. But not only that, it's also a Batman Beyond, like, the movie crossover, because it's the same Joker's gang, where, like, Dee Dee is now, like, it's more than just twins, like, there's a bunch of them. Like, they're, like, robot parts, and then the clown, like, he doesn't have legs anymore, it's just a rolly ball, stuff like that. So we get that. Now, in Batman Beyond, in the 2-parter episode, The Call, we saw Warhawk. Well, in this, now I've seen Justice League the cartoon. I know you haven't. But in the cartoon, the Green Lantern and Hawkwoman have like an on-again, off-again relationship. Well, in this episode, it is confirmed that Warhawk is their child. So it kind of brings everything back around.
Circle, yeah.
And then we also see, once again, future Static, future Virgil has returned. like 65-year-old Virgil. So we get like a whole, like everything kind of comes back around. So what did you think of the past and the future and all of that?
I like the past, going back and what was it, like 18 something
Hmm.
in the Wild West, and it was good. I like that one. Um, Going into the future, it was okay. I don't know. I kept dozing, I think. But yeah, I enjoyed the Justice League series.
Mm-hmm. And I think this one we also saw Green Lantern. So when we saw him in the call, or no, is it this one? No, it's the next one. Just kidding. So the next episode, the final episode, the very last appearance that we will ever see Terry McGinnis ever again, Justice League Unlimited Epilogue, and it's literally called Epilogue because it literally, if you watch the Justice League series in order, it doesn't fit in anywhere. This is literally a Batman Beyond episode that they wrote to give closure to that series. So the first thing is, it is 65 years in the future.
Right.
Whereas when you watch Batman Beyond and stuff like that, they repeatedly say it's 40. So, like, after you finish the last episode of Batman Beyond, this is now like 15 years after that. Like, that's why Terry looks different. Bruce looks a lot older because they're all 15 years older. Like, Terry's in his 30s now. So we get that. We get Amanda Waller, who you've seen before and stuff like Suicide Squad. We see Dana, the return of Dana. And this is the one where that opening battle where we see Ink, we see, I forgot his name, the Hunter or the Stalker or something like that. And we see Shriek fighting against Warhawk, Aquagirl, and now when we first saw the Justice League Beyond in the call, Green Lantern was like a little kid, and now he's like a young man. So that's the one. The whole episode is basically about Amanda Waller stole Bruce's DNA, changed Terry's father, and so Terry is technically Bruce's son rather than being his own man. So it's kind of one of those like destiny, fate type episodes. Like, what are the chances of him actually becoming Batman? But, I mean, we get a lot of references, like when Terry and his parents are going to go see a movie, and Amanda Waller hired somebody to kill Terry's parents to turn him into Batman. He's seeing a Grey Ghost movie, which is Bruce's favorite actor, which was Adam West. And then the assassin was actually the Phantasm from the first animated movie, Mask of the Phantasm. So we get stuff like that. We also see the Royal Flush Gang, and just that whole scene where Bruce is with Ace as she's about to die. It was heartbreaking. So Epilogue, the last appearance of Terry, the big reveal. It's very polar. Like, some people love it, some people hate it. The reveal that Terry is Bruce's son. What'd you think of this one?
I like this one a lot.
Okay.
It was sad that Terry's gone now, but yeah, he was very angry at the beginning of it, but yeah, I mean, he was destroying stuff and everything, but at the end, when he finally called Dana, 3 o'clock in the morning,
and they've been together for like 20 years.
Yeah.
Like, why did you not propose sooner?
Yeah, and he asked her if she was free Friday because he wanted to see her, and then he pulled out the ring. So when he does see her, he was going to give it to her, propose to her. Yeah, it was a sad one, but yeah, I'm going to miss Terry.
That's it for Batman Beyond, 100%. And we're done with the 90s. Even though, like, I don't think we watched anything today that came out in the 90s, but we're still putting in the category of the 90s.
Yeah.
Any closing thoughts for Batman, the animated series, the new adventures, and Batman Beyond? 50 videos, by the way. I don't know. This is between all of those 3 series. We've done 50 episodes for the 90s, and we're done.
Yeah, some of them they were all their own, but a lot of them were interesting and sweet, and yeah, I mean, yeah, there was some that I didn't really care for or remember, but yeah, it was fun.
Any closing thoughts?
No, let's go find something else.
Okay. So, for those who have seen Batman Beyond or anything from the 90s, go ahead, let us know what you think about all these crossovers for Static Shock. We did skip the Zeta crossover just because I don't care about Zeta. It's the only crossover we skipped, and I was like, oh, I don't want to do Zeta. So, what do you think of Static Shock? What do you think of the Justice League crossovers? What do you think of everything? Go ahead, let us know. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing, and we will see you guys next time.